Welcome back everybody to a brand new Pokemon Go video. Today we've got an exciting episode in store for you guys. But before we get into that, I just want to remind you guys that I do have limited edition merch out right now. I don't do merch often on my channel, so if you definitely want to pick up some new swag, I would suggest going into the link down in the description and checking it out. For those of you who follow me on Twitter would have already seen it, but for those who haven't, it is essentially this, but with a gold trim and gold foil as well, so that's really cool. And that's limited edition print, and after I think the 9 days that it's got left on the campaign, you won't be able to get it anywhere else again, so I highly suggest doing that. And for people that do pick it up, you also go into the running to win some Pokecoins. Yeah, that's right, we're giving away I think 10 $50 vouchers, so if you pick up a shirt or a hoodie, you're into the draw to win the $50 iTunes or Google Play gift cards to, you know, go ahead and buy whatever you want. You don't have to buy Pokecoins, but you know, considering we're doing Pokemon Go here, it makes sense. Also, if you do pick it up by the end of this week, you get to take advantage of the $2 worldwide shipping that's going on right now. So if you want to pick up some limited edition Lachlan merch and of course go into the running at the same time to win some Pokecoins, I highly suggest hitting up that link in the description down below to take you straight to the campaign. You can pick yourself up an awesome t-shirt or hoodie. But enough about that, let's get into today's episode, shall we? Alright guys, what is going on? As it currently sits in Pokemon Go right now, you can currently capture the first generation of Pokemon, the Kanto Pokedex. So assuming that you went to each of the 4 regions to catch, you know, the region exclusive Pokemon, you still would not be able to catch them all at this stage. You would still only have 145 out of the 151 Pokemon in the first generation. 6 Pokemon right now, no one on this world has caught yet, that we know of. And those 6 Pokemon? Well, it's pretty obvious, right? You got your legendaries, which are speculated for a raid type release that you would have seen in the trailer. So that, of course, is your Mewtwo, your Mew, Articuno, Zapdos, Moltres. That's 5 Pokemon. What's this other special Pokemon that no one's seen or caught yet? It's the title of the video, you already know. That is your boy Ditto. Now I know there's all that background theory of how Ditto is a failed Mewtwo and all that stuff, which we will get into in this video for sure. But it isn't technically any type of legendary Pokemon, not even pseudo-legendary like Dragonite, and he is just straight up not found yet. So recently at Comic-Con San Diego, they had a big panel with the CEO of Niantic, that's the developer, of course, for Pokemon Go. So in this panel or press conference, it was confirmed that there are other Easter eggs within the game right now that haven't been found. Similar type of Easter eggs to the one with the Eevee and how you can change and alter its name to affect what actually comes out of it when you evolve it. Which, when you think about it, that Easter egg in itself was very removed. It took a couple days for people to even find it. And if you think about it, like, who even knew to try that? But with each day ticking and still no one finding out Ditto, it's starting to, you know, build up this sort of theory that there is an Easter egg to try to unlock Ditto. And so on the subreddit for Pokemon Go, a Ditto Easter egg thread has recently been created with a couple theories on how we can try to unlock this thing. So essentially I'm going to be trying to deconstruct a lot of the theories here on this subreddit and try to activate you guys to go and pursue this Easter egg itself. I've spent like 2 hours on it today trying to like crack the code, and there's a lot of interesting things to get across here, and there might be other Easter eggs that aren't Ditto that we might find along the way here. Like for example, there was this weird Easter egg that came up I think about a day ago, and it's actually pretty simple to perform, and it's called right now, we don't know if it has any ties to any other Easter eggs, but it's essentially called the missing no Easter egg because it looks kind of weird and glitchy. So to do this, all you do is you go to an egg, you click it right there, and it only works on iPhone as far as I'm aware, but you just double click to bring up the screen, and as you can see there, it's hard to hold it in the middle of the screen, but you get all these weird upside down, sideways characters, numbers, all that jazz. And as far as I'm concerned, this hasn't actually been decrypted as anything just yet. It may mean something, it may mean some instructions, no one really knows. It's just being played off right now as the missing no Easter egg because it is just a bunch of glitchy text and whatnot. So either way, I'm going to link the subreddit down below for you guys to check out and of course contribute your own findings if you do find anything. I know these guys are going ham right now on this, and I honestly hope we find it in the next day or two because I really want a Ditto. It's cool, right? It's just a cool Pokemon. Okay, so we're putting our white thinking cap on right now. We're going to be talking about all the facts that have to do and surround this whole Ditto theory. So in the code for Pokemon Go, the whole data for Ditto has been deconstructed and, you know, spread out in information. They've got their capture rates, their moves, all that kind of jazz. And interestingly enough, Ditto, Bulbasaur, Squirtle, Charmander, and Pikachu are the only Pokemon in the whole, like, database to have a base capture rate of 0.16. So a lot of data miners and whatnot have been trying to deconstruct the code to try and find something to tie Ditto, and this is what they've found so far. So here's what we have right now. We have Ditto, Bulbasaur, Charmander, Squirtle, and Pikachu being the only Pokemon to have the same base base capture rate at 0.16. And the thing that makes that kind of funny is that all of those guys are starter Pokemon apart from Ditto. And so you know how there's the Easter egg, if you run away from the starters, you get Pikachu at one point? Well, they're trying to do one of the theories where they run away from it for 20 times. Nothing's come up just yet. Okay, so the other theories on where Mew is right now is that because Ditto is like that failed Mew kind of thing, that whole theory behind that is that it will spawn during a Mew event in the future. It's a decent theory, but I mean, we won't know. So they've also taken the Pokedex entry from the code of Ditto in Pokemon Go, and it reads out this: Ditto rearranges its cell structure to transform itself into other shapes. However, if it tries to transform itself into something by relying on its memory, this Pokemon manages to get the details wrong. So working off that, I'm not too sure what the big key is, but I think the shapes thing is definitely the most interesting part. And apparently other lore from like anime and whatnot states that when Ditto is sleeping, it changes its shape into a stone in order to avoid being attacked. So that's led to many other theories of people trying to look for like stones in the like AR modes or whatnot by looking around. Not too sure how that one's working just yet. So that's what we have from the game itself, the code with Ditto surrounding all that. And then we have a couple other things. So Pikachu is the only Pokemon within Pokemon Go that makes a different sound than the others when you approach it. Apparently it just says like Pikachu. And there's a theory going around that perhaps if you find a Pikachu that has a different noise than that might be a Ditto transformed into a Pikachu maybe. There's also another theory which I don't really buy into too much, and that is that Ditto is going to be a South American exclusive Pokemon. So there's a couple reasons why I don't buy into that theory of it being a South American exclusive, is because you can actually get regional Pokemon, I think, from 10k eggs, and no one's gotten a Ditto from an egg just yet. The whole world, no one's gotten one. So that kind of draws it out right there, but we'll see, because I don't know if it's officially launched in South America just yet. Okay, there's this other Easter egg I want to show you. So this little Easter egg was found earlier today, and it's kind of a weird one, and I definitely think it ties into some Easter egg, whether it be Ditto or something else. It's definitely a very interesting one. So if you go ahead and hold down the Pokeball button there, you can see that you can see your menu and whatnot. And of course you take your hand off, you can click into items and it pops up, and it has this little like cyan ring around it. Yeah, so like a go around cyan ring around it, around the actual icons. But if you actually hold down the Pokeball button and go across to these things, you see that light, that little color that comes off of it? Different colors come off these things. So as you can see, when I scroll into items, it comes up blue, shop, it comes up purple, Pokedex, it comes up red, and Pokemon, it comes up orange. Now, there's a couple theories around this and how you can actually use this to spawn some type of code. At the moment, we don't know what to really go off, so I have spent about an hour today just trying random codes and whatnot. Because how lit would that be if just a Ditto pops up and then I'm the first one to catch a Ditto? That'd be wicked. So the colors we're working with here are pretty weird. Blue, purple, orange, and red. Now, if you did argue that the Pokemon one that came up was actually yellow instead of orange, you could say that that's like Team Instinct, Pokedex is like Team Valor, and of course items is Team Mystic, just to get the colors out. And then in the middle, you got purple for shop, but yeah, it doesn't really make sense what those colors mean or do. So anyway, using that information on the phone right there, we had those 4 colors. Now, like I said, those colors, they don't really relate to anything, do they? Hold that thought for a second. There was a game called Pokemon Snap back in the day. Low-key, one of the best games on Nintendo 64, just saying. Anyway, in that game, to capture, or, you know, well, I guess you didn't really capture, to take a photo of Ditto, you had to try and, you know, get him away from what he originally was. And in the game, he is transformed into a Bulbasaur, but he kept his eyes. And the only way you could go ahead and try to get him to come back into being a Ditto was hit him with a Pestiball. Now, I definitely got to throw credits to this little subreddit thread here, because they've gone ahead and found out that the Pestiball icon actually has 4 colors. You want to know what those 4 colors are? Bang, have a look. Orange, red, blue on the outside. What's in the middle? Purple. So this has led to a lot of ideas that maybe this is like a Pestiball in your own Pokedex, because obviously, you know, you bring it up with hitting that Pokeball button. Now in the code itself, it doesn't note anything with Pester in it. Pestiball, it could be renamed to something else though entirely. But this is one big standing theory right now, that somehow you have to try and use that code to unlock a Pestiball and throw it at a Bulbasaur in the wild to try and, you know, get him to come in to be a Ditto. Out of all the theories I've seen on the whole thread, that sounds like the most believable, and one that I think is definitely going to hopefully be explored a lot in the next. So there's a couple other theories from the anime and how they get it to try and transform into a Dratini, and then I think a Pikachu as well when it was first introduced into the anime. A lot of just, you know, speculation and whatnot, but I definitely think it's got something to do with this Pestiball code thing. There's certainly something that's going to come out of this Pestiball Easter egg. That's what I'm going to call it for now. I mean, it's just so uncanny that you got the 4 colors, which I originally would like, what do those colors even mean? But they're literally right there on the Pestable. And the purple in the middle, that's what kind of sold it to me. Another other couple of theories are going ahead and trying to take photos of the Pokemon with your camera. And they think just in general that might be another Easter egg somewhere as well. I hope we get to the bottom of this soon. And if you do have any contributions, be sure to go to the official Ditto Easter egg thread on the subreddit. I'll leave a link down below if you have any contributions that you think would help. And hopefully we can activate the community that is already trying so hard and take it that next level and see if we can find this mother fudger. Because I want me a Ditto, and I know you do too. Alright, that's enough rambling and speculation. Let's go outside. I might try and do some Pestable tricks with some wild Bulbasaurs if I find any. But hopefully I inspired you guys to, you know, try and test it out yourself and see if you can find something that'll work. And if you do find it, be sure to, you know, tweet me on Twitter and say you found it and don't tell anyone, and then let me get that first Ditto fan. Alright, let's go out and catch some Pokemon, eh? Okay, so this is kind of like some winter weather we got going today. It's finally cold enough to actually wear a sweatshirt or a hoodie. So yeah, I haven't got too much planned for today's episode. I want to go to the park, try out a couple of my own theories with Ditto. One theory I definitely want to try is to find a wild Bulbasaur and try to, like, don't click on the battle just yet, and then try that Pestable thing to see if I can, like, you know, hit that. A lot of people were saying you need to combine it with Pokestops, but that was a failed theory. So yeah, it's going to be an interesting episode. But yeah, I'm hoping we'll at least catch some new Pokemon while we're out at the park. And we were greeted by some little cockatoos in the tree. I don't know if you guys can see them. But yeah, well, there we go. Little cockatoo, woo! Modern day Pidgeot. You guys looking for Ditto too? Yeah, let me know if you find anything. Oh, I got a Clefairy. So we just rocked up to the park. I'm hoping to hunt down, like I said, that Bulbasaur. It's the Psyduck. Alrighty, so I'm not going to bother with screen recording this one. It's just a 2K egg, and we're only looking for a Charmander here. That's pretty much all we want is Charmander, and it's probably going to give us a Zubat. And it's Caterpie. That's better than a Zubat, I guess. Alrighty, so we just got back from the park, and no dice. I tried a lot of my theories with trying to catch Ditto. It didn't exactly work out, so I didn't bother recording them because they're, you know, they're not the steps. But I didn't manage to find a Bulbasaur, and I feel like a Bulbasaur or a Pikachu, because a Pikachu is another one in the anime I think it transformed to, as well as a Dratini. I want to try and find one of the 3 and try out a couple tactics with, because after the so far removed one, like from the anime with the Eevee, you can really not expect anything that they'll put in this game, and the fact that they haven't found it means that it is very far removed. So the whole Pestable could make sense at this point. Either way, I'm going to go around and do a quick drive. There's 2 common Pokemon that I haven't caught yet on my Pokedex. Abra and Coughing. I believe they're the only 2, like, first stage evolution ones that I haven't caught yet. So I'm gonna go out and see if I can try and find one. So no Bulbasaurs or Pikachu popped up on the Pokevision radar just yet. So in the meantime, I was having a look at my Pokemon, just seeing what I had and whatnot, and I realized that I had enough Sandshrew candy, because I caught one out my trip, to actually evolve them. So I'm gonna go ahead and hit this guy up. I got exactly 50. I had to trade a couple in for some candies, but let's do it. Oh, I didn't do the lucky egg. Idiot. Alright, that's fine though. I mean, I really just want to see what a Sandslash looks like in this. I haven't seen one yet at all. So let's have a look. First Sandslash. Oh, he's such a weird one, you know? Sandslash, like, he's a cool one. You can't knock his game. He's definitely a cool Pokemon. He's so forgettable though when you think about it, like, but he's cool. He's a cool one. There we go. Sandslash, level 1000. Not bad at all. Alright, and he's just a flat ground type if I remember. So that's a new Pokemon on the Pokedex. Yeah, I'm actually going to go ahead and evolve this Nidoran. Now, I do have enough to get myself a Nidoking, but I want a high-level Nidoking. And by going ahead and evolving this guy, it'll allow me to get like a... I actually don't know. I'm thinking level 700, 800 Nidorino. Let's see what we get. I'm hoping 700. Alrighty, moment of truth, and it is level 737. So there we go, about midway through there. We only need a couple more of these bad boys, and we'll get a decently leveled Nidoking. So that should be exciting. Okay, we've got enough candy, so we might as well go for it. We're going for our third Starmie right here. I'm gonna chuck in one power up before we do this, just because of the multipliers. And I've got the candy. I've got a decent amount of Stardust. This could be a pretty high tier level Starmie. And I think the current one we've got is just under 1,000. Then, of course, there's Vic Starmie, who's like 800. I mean, either way, it's double XP. I'm going to go ahead and evolve whatever the hell I can right now. But let's see what we get. Oh, he's such a cool Pokemon. Starmie, man. All right, here we go. What are we going to get here for Starmie, please? Please be like 1,200 at least. 1,300. Hell yes. All righty, we'll take it. We will take it indeed. And this is what the squad is looking like so far. Senpai, that Snorlax, still the highest level we've got on the squad. That Starmie actually second best. The Carbotops we got last episode, they're under third.
Venusaur, and then a Pinsir out of all the things, and the Magneton. I don't know, it's a lit squad. We're starting to phase out a lot of the old guys like Helix God and Broslow, but has to be done. I'm gonna go ask the pony in my backyard and see if he's seen or heard of Ditto. Hey buddy, have you seen Ditto by any chance? No, you haven't, eh? We didn't have any carrots left because I normally come down with a carrot for him, but if I find a Ditto, I'll come back with a carrot, and that's for sure. I really just want the Ditto, fam. Alright, so we've got a wild Pikachu not too far away. We're gonna test all of our theories out on this guy. Alright, so the Pikachu's just inside the bit of sucker fruit from the top of it. So, let's try this out for size. So here's the Pikachu. So there was one theory of like trying to use this Pokeball to try and catch it. That doesn't seem to work. Alright, so let's try that pester ball technique. Doesn't seem to work. No. I'm just gonna catch him before he disappears. Alright, I'm just gonna play it safe and catch the Pikachu, screw it. Alright, level 80. This Ditto Easter egg, it's not easy. I don't know how it's gonna work, to be honest. I tried going around with it, it just doesn't seem to happen. Okay, so that was my first Pikachu I've caught. Obviously I had that one hatched from an egg, but a little disappointing. I think this is gonna last a couple days, this Ditto Easter egg. It's got something to do with that code, no doubt about it. There ain't no random colors on those things for nothing. And it lining up with the Pestival, I think, probably correlates more to the Bulbasaur. So I'm gonna see if there's any Bulbasaurs around, and if there is, I might try it again. Okay, so we are approaching said Bulbasaur spawn. It should be, wait up, my map's taking a while to load up here. It should be up on this, yeah, okay. So we might have to get out of the car and go on the other side of the road because it was in someone's house, but I'm hoping it's reachable from the outside, because that would really suck. There he is, okay, good, we got him. Okay, now we want to test out a couple of these theories, right? So, one of the theories was that each, like, color corresponds to a letter. D-I-T-T-O. I don't know, let's just battle it and get in here. Okay, so, one of the things was to just tap the hell out of Bulbasaur and see if he'll, like, get out of it. Nah, nothing's going on there. Camera mode, take a couple photos of it. See if you can annoy it that way. It's not working. I know what theories to test here, honestly. I could try and move this guy around like that, like as if he's holding the Pokeball. I don't know, guys. I'm gonna try and run away from him. And he's gone. Yeah, so I think that's, I don't know, I tried to do like a color, because Ditto has 4 letters in it, right? It's D, I, T, and O. 2 T's though, and we're thinking that maybe each one corresponds to a color, but I tried a couple combinations before he despawned. I don't know, it's gonna be interesting to see what happens in the next couple of days as this develops, but I definitely think it's got something to do with this menu here. Whether or not it has something to do with the Bulbasaur is something to find out, but it's gonna be interesting couple of days. I hope you guys did go on to enjoy the video. If you guys did, let me know with a like rating down below, and hopefully we can get to the bottom of this. Later, guys.